Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. The guard set is White alongside Levine. And it's Giddey in at the 3, the small forward. And for Honolulu, Jackson is out there with Scola. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Wade in at the 1.
Here we go.
So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Hardaway against Giddey. Outside Williams. Pass to Levine. From outside, off the mark. And here's Honolulu. You know, Stan, as productive as Zach Levine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. That one good for 2.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Bean passes to Giddey. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Levine feeling it out a bit. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
Mercy. That was downright dirty. Levine. Yes, sir.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Here's Giddey. And he drops it in from the low post.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And it's Wade with the jam.
And there's the slam by Wade. Such a remarkable athlete.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Outside, Levine. Vucevic, a screen on Doncic. Levine can't hit. Wade finds Hardaway. Here's Jackson. He drains it from the right block.
And I'll tell you, the combination of those long arms, his intelligence, coupled with effort, really serves Jackson in a lot of ways, especially when he attacks the offensive glass.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from Giddey. And Honolulu making a change here. Brown's checked in, and a change for the Bulls Carter's checked in. Second free throw, no good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Brown dishes to Scola. Doncic outside. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Scola, no luck.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Pass to Williams. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Carter kicks to White. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
You got to commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
Vucevic trying to get open. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Hornings checked in for Honolulu. Chicago also making some changes. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Torrey Craig comes in for Patrick Williams. And it's Dosumu in for Josh Giddey. Now, here's Craig. Here's White. Off target from the wing. And so Doncic will bring it up for Honolulu. There's Brown with the three. Drills it from outside.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jalen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history. Love the concentration from Wade. Totally committed to finding a high percentage shot.
White against Wade. White with it. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Smith. Over Morning. And again, Chicago. No good. Honolulu leading by 6. And Wade slams it in.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And it's White missing.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Again, Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 10 points in the game.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Dwayne Wade, he's been the guy making things happen for Honolulu. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, for Honolulu, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
Honolulu leading by 10. So with Wade on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Jaylen Brown, Scola out there with Mourning. Then it's Winslow, and it's Marbury in at the point. And the rejection by Smith. Out of bounds as Honolulu keeps possession. Smith against Mourning. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the big fella Mourning using that massive size to draw contact inside.
Honolulu shooting their first free throws of this one. And he sinks the second. Chicago trails by 11. Carter looking around. To Giddey. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Lock at 6. Smith with a screen on Winslow. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got 6.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in. Mourning.
Shot is good off the back rim and in.
A guy with Marbury's vision is not going to miss that one. Sending it right over the top to the shooter.
Here's Carter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All the officials are all over that one.
Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. A different look for Honolulu. Giannis, he's checked in for Mourning. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Brown. And Chicago also making a switch. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Boozellis. Hardaway, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Carter. Back to Giddey. Smith sets the pick for Giddey. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. 8 points for him.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And Chicago has possession. Honolulu getting their last shot to go. Now here's Giddey. 8 points for him. Puts the move on. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And so it's Honolulu with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Honolulu.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside. And you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Honolulu. Chicago also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Williams comes in for Torrey Craig. And Ball subbed in for Josh Giddey. Wade can't hit. Chicago trails by 6. Carter outside. Lets it go from deep. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so it's Honolulu with it. Marbury passes to Giannis. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
Timeout. This is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So for the Bulls, Josh Giddey's checked in for Dosunmu. Levine comes in for Lonzo Ball. And it's White in for Javon Carter. Chicago trails by 8. Outside, Levine. White against Doncic. Williams passes to Vucevic. Back to Williams. 6 to shoot. White wide open. He fires. And the Bulls with another miss. Honolulu leading by 8. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Morning's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. 1:16 left in the first half of basketball. White, a good look. It's all in by Alonzo Mourning.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Levine after Dwayne Wade's miss. White down low, covered by Giannis. And White kicks to Levine. He takes it in, and it's Mourning with the rebound. Mourning's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Wade, and it's Wade with the jam.
And wouldn't be surprised if we see games like this from Wade for years to come.
Outside, Levine. Right the pass to Giddey. Bulls moving the ball around. Outside, Levine. Pass to Giddey. Outside, White. Fires for 3. And the Bulls with another miss.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And so it's Honolulu. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Back right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. D. Wade really playing well in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. The guard set is White alongside Levine. And it's Giddey in at the small 4. Giddey kicks to Vucevic. Outside, White. Williams passes to Giddey. Outside, Levine. Traps in the tray. Levine's got 7 points.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback. putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Outside Williams. Second half just getting started. About a minute play. From outside the arc. Levine's shot is off. Honolulu leading by 15. The three for Doncic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And we know Doncic has limitless range, but for him, it's about becoming more consistent from deep.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Giddey kicks to Williams. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Hits the three-point bomb. 5 points in the game.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Doncic passes to Wade. Back to Doncic. Scola left side. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Honolulu, they've split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. Good on both. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. 17-point game. White against Wade. And White kicks to Giddey. Offline with his 3. Over in the corner, Doncic. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Levine, a screen on Jackson. On the wing, Giddey. Guarded by Jackson. There's the lob to Jackson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Levine, a screen on Hardaway. Now Giddey. He's got 10. Outside Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Doncic passes to Wade. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wade's got 14 points for the game.
Yeah, Wade is doing what he does best. Finding the cup, playing with that relentless energy on the offensive end.
Levine can't hit. And here's Honolulu. They're on a 14-6 run. Wade, good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Hardaway. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Torrey Craig comes in for Williams. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And it's Carter in for Zach LaVine. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
.115 left in the third. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss. Honolulu leading by 23. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Smith with a screen on Brown. Here's Dosunmu. Out of bounds. Honolulu takes possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now. And it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Buzelis comes in for Torrey Craig. And Ball subbed in for Kobe White.
With the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Ball, the pass to Smith. Back to Ball. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the middle. Goes through, finds Smith.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Wade gets the bucket.
And you got to like the touch there from Wade inside. A polished interior scorer who knows how to get to his sweet spot.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
Second team foul. Shooting for the away team.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Doncic outside. Over Carter. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Honolulu rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Now the Bulls with it. So with Wade on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Winslow, Jaylen Brown out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Mourning, and it's Marbury in at the point guard. Ball with the bucket.
He has the entire arsenal when it comes to handling the rock, cutting through the D like butter. I love Ball when he's aggressive to attack.
To the paint, here's Mourning, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Here's Dosunmu. Shoots over Brown. Misses off the right iron. Here's Giannis. That one goes in.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Carter, the pass to Dosunmu. Wide open look. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Honolulu.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with his transition buckets.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Here's Ball. That one falls coming off Carter's feet.
Assist from.
Carter's got 4 assists in the game.
And Ball is aggressive on the offensive end. He just knows how to get to his spots out on the floor.
Here's Mourning. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it. For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Good on the shot. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Ball with the bucket.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of Ball's shooting technique, but man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
Here's Mourning. Basket counts. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Here's Dosunmu. And Mourning sends it back.
And we know Mourning excels at finding these shot blocking opportunities. It's like he sees the shot coming.
Marbury's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Carter kicks the ball. Smith outside. Here's Carter. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Mourning. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Check out Mourning inside, where he operates with such confidence. This close in, he knows he's got the shot.
Ball with a wide open look. And the Bulls with another miss. And so it's Honolulu with it. Here's Marbury. And it's off from three-point range. And here are the Bulls now. And Brown over to help. Back to Dosunmu. Pass the ball. Got a piece of it. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And it's Winslow slamming it down.
Look at Mourning making the unselfish play, giving it away rather than forcing the shot.
On the wing, Dosunmu. He's covered by Brown. Carter outside. Mourning against Ball. The layup off target. Marbury, good.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Carter finds Ball. Shot to stop the run. Some solid defense from Brown. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ball against Mourning. Mourning with some nice D. Here's Marbury. To the inside. Mourning's shot is good.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting it.
So Honolulu wins it. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Tonight, it'll be Honolulu going up against the Raptors. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barrett is the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Bruce Brown is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Pirtle in at center. And for Honolulu, they've got Tim Hardaway, Jackson out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Wade in at the point.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Quickly. Rebound by Honolulu. Wade drives in. Soft touch off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Barnes. And here's Brown for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. Here's Wade. On the take. Shoots over Brown. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. Here's Toronto with the ball. Pass to Pirtle. Right side Barrett. Can't get it to drop. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Here's Barnes. Honolulu getting their last shot to go.
Dwayne Wade. First personal foul. First team foul.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Now quickly. Pass to Pirtle. There's the three. And it's quickly with a miss. Here's Wade, guarded by Quickly. The three, Hardaway. Here's Jackson. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And Doncic has got the ball here for Honolulu. They lead by 4.
How about the dunk off the drive? Doncic, terrific at navigating his way inside.
Outside Barrett. Up and over Hardaway. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Wade. And he goes in for the dunk.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
Toronto trails by 6. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Hardaway. Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. The home team on D. Here's Barnes. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Both free throws good from Barnes. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Doncic passes to Scola. Back to Doncic. Lets it go from deep. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And give Luka the ball, and you know what happens next. Instantly, he finds a shot.
Outside, Brown. Right side, Dick. Puts it up. And he starts out with a miss in this one. Honolulu leading by 7. Pass to Wade. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Few guys distribute better than Doncic. He's got good instincts for when and where to send the ball.
Brown passes to Dick. To the middle. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And so here is Toronto. Honolulu getting their last shot to go. Outside Barnes. Back to Quickly. On the money from 12 feet away. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Jackson on the wing. There's the triple. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Now here's Quickly. Picked by Pirtle. Just 5 on the clock. A rebound by Jackson. Quickly against Doncic. From downtown. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Honolulu ending the quarter up 10. Great shot selection. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Honolulu.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
We've got Justice Winslow, and it's Brown in at small forward. And for Toronto, Chris Boucher out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Dick, then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Mitchell in at the 1. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Raptors, trailing by 13. Pass to Boucher. Brown against Barrett. Here's Dick. Three-pointer off the mark. Honolulu leading by 13. Here's Winslow. Goes back up. Here's Mourning. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
I mean, he's ignoring the scoreboard. He just keeps coming at him.
Well, you have to play like it's a tight game. You cannot let up in this league.
Yeah, that one's good.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Pass to Scola for 3. Hits the three-pointer. Scola's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Abaji's checked in for Barrett. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. With the floater. Rebound by Honolulu. Here's Winslow. He takes it in. And that one is hammered home.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Now here's Dick. Outside Mitchell. Back to Dick. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Scola. Scola's got his 5th rebound in this one. This one for 3. And it's Winslow missing. Toronto trails by 18. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Out to the right wing. Here's Abaji. From outside, off the mark. Down low. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Scola's got 5 points in the quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Screen by Olynyk. And it's Mitchell penetrating. That one's good for 2.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pep.
Here's Wade. There's the drive. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Woo!
B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. So both teams making some changes here.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
The home team on D. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Here's Brown. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. On offense, here's Honolulu. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's Wade. Here's Mourning. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And when you're the ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Well, look, their lack of effort is exactly why they're behind. Just look at how they're getting bullied on the glass right now.
Here's Brown. Honolulu getting their last shot to go. And it's quickly with a miss. On offense, here's Honolulu. They're on a 16-4 run. And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Here's Quickly. To the inside. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Pass to Jackson. He gets it in there. Jackson's got 7.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Outside Barnes. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Here's Barrett. Over Jackson. Barrett can't hit.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
And it's Hardaway on the take. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. He's got 5.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Barrett against Hardaway. Barrett passes to Quickly. Back to Barrett. Clock at 6. Shoots over Jackson. Shot is good by Barrett.
Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
And so it's Honolulu. A huge 24-point lead for them. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
They're measuring up the shot. It's all good. One more time. A round of applause for our contestant.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We've got Jackson. Tim Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Wade in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Oh, and Jackson with the block. And they're pushing it up. And stolen by Barrett. Quickly with the ball. Now Doncic defending. And it's Quickly with a miss. Quickly's gotten just one of his 6 shots to fall here. Hardaway, no good. Well, it's going to take something special now to get him back in this game.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem likely.
To the paint. Here's Barrett. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Doncic passes to Jackson. The 3 is up. And Doncic the bucket on the assist from Jackson. Doncic has got 10.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
And Toronto calls time here.
It's time to get on your feet. The loudest section gets free t-shirts.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Outside, Brown. Inside, here's Barrett, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Pass to Winslow. Three-pointer. And Honolulu another 3.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Quickly passes to Brown. It's Barrett on the wing. Outside Barnes. Back to Barrett. Shot clock at 5. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists now in this one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Down low. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Barrett's got 15 points.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer Barrett can be. When he's playing to his strengths, he can catch fire. Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Barnes. The 3, Barrett. Rebound by Honolulu. And here's Brown for 3. Barnes with the rebound. And so Brown will bring it up for the Raptors. They swipe it. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Marbury. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Honolulu shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Some changes for Toronto. Abaji's checked in for Barrett. Dick comes in for Brown. And Mitchell subbed in for Quickly. And so here is Toronto. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Now here's Pirtle. He's covered closely. Here's Dick. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Pass to Wade. Lets the 3 fly. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Outside Dick. The 3 is up. And the three-pointer goes. Dick's got 5 points now this quarter.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing. That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Honolulu.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
Olenek's checked in for Pirtle. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Here's Toronto with the ball. Abaji, the pass to Barnes. Mitchell with the ball. Now Doncic defending. Olenek for three. Giannis with the rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Here's Scola. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Scola's got 7 points.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Dick with it. Give him 8 points now. Six on the shot clock. Outside Olenek. The three. The shot won't fall. And so it's Honolulu already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Call off the Dogs. They've been completely dominant. We're headed for a blowout. We'll be right back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for the Raptors right now, they've got Davion Mitchell, Chris Boucher out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Grady Dick, and it's Abaji in at the 3 slot. Here's Mitchell. Rebound by Honolulu. Brown scanning the floor. And the layup is good off the glass.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Honolulu with the ball. Into the lane. Mourning with the bucket. And so here is Toronto. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell can't get that one to fall. On offense, here's Honolulu. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And Honolulu making a change here. Haslam's checked in. Temple's checked in for Toronto. Free throw good. Brown.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Boucher. The putback. On offense, here's Honolulu. 9 points in a row. A good run going. Here's Mourning. The three-pointer off the mark. And so here is Toronto. Outside Mitchell. Boucher outside. And here's Olynyk. Pass to Abaji. The three. Rebounded by Winslow. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Again, the miss by Honolulu. Outside Mitchell. Boucher outside. Here's Olynyk. Boucher outside. The three ball. Rebounded by Winslow. Winslow's got his fourth rebound in this one. Pass to Haslam. Now Brown fires from deep. He buries it from 3. Brown's got 8 points in the quarter.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
To the inside. Here's Morning. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Quickly. And again, Toronto, no good.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
To win the drought. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Jaylen Brown picks one up. The free throw drops for Quickly.
At the line for the away team, Emmanuel Quickly.
He's perfect from the line this time. A minute and a half left to play in the 4th quarter. Here's Marbury. Gets the 3 to fall.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep scoring it on.
76-38.
Defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Quickly with the ball. Winslow picks him up. And it's Quickly with a miss. Here's Marbury. Defended by Brown. Shot's good by Marbury.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
It's tipped, and they'll get another chance.
Stephon Marbury. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the away team, Emmanuel Quickly.
No good on the free throw.
Quickly, super free throws quickly.
And the second free throw is good.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
Shot's good by Marbury.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Barrett. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Well, look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
And it's Marbury missing. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Toronto. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Barnes, no good. Outside Winslow. Drops in the layup for 2.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Quickly outside. And so it's Honolulu with the W. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive.
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. So the New York starting five, the big men on the floor for them, Anunoby and Randall. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Hart in at the 3 slot. And for Honolulu, we've got Scola. Doncic out there with Dwayne Wade. And there's Jackson, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. Brunson against Wade. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Hardaway from outside, hands it from downtown.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now, here's Anunoby. Hart the pass to Anunoby. And here's Brunson. And the Knicks miss again. Here's Wade. And Wade slams it in.
And there's the slam by Wade. Such a remarkable athlete.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. It's a 5-point game. Driving inside.
And he saw a lane, and Brunson decides to challenge it. Doesn't take but a sliver of daylight for him to be aggressive.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And both free throws good for Brunson.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Wade kicks to Doncic. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
In the corner, it's Bridges. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
On the wing, Hardaway. Over Hart. And again, it's Honolulu converting.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Bridges a screen on Wade. On deep, Brunson. And the 3 ball is good. Brunson's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple. And there's the youth, Wade jumping out of the gym.
New York trails by 5. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Change here. Brown's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in for Josh Hart. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. New York moving the ball around. Here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got 7 points in the game.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Hits it from three-point range.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And the rebound goes to Honolulu. 1:39 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Jackson. The quick look, no good that time. New York trails by 6. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Here's Brunson after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Randall kicks to Anunoby. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Here's Scola. Randall with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Achua, he's checked in for Randall. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Dwayne Wade. The Knicks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That one is no good. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Honolulu, no good that time either. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside. Here's Achua. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there for Scola. Honolulu leading by 4. Out of bounds as Honolulu keeps possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
For the 3. It's hauled in by Achua. Now here's Hart. Payne gets a wide open look. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare. He guts this one out.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
Wayne Wade, he's been the guy making think. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, for Honolulu, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
So with Wade on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Warning is out there with Stokes. And it's Justice Winslow. Then there's Brown. And it's Marbury in at the watch. And so here is New York following the three-point basket by Honolulu. Robinson sets a screen for Hart. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Robinson against Mourning. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Hart against Brown. Pass to Payne. Now Achua. There's a screen by Achua. Hart the pass to Achua. And it's a great finish! Oh my.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Honolulu. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Brown. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Please give a big round of applause for your dance. That was your dance team. Make some noise.
Pass to Payne. Back to DiVincenzo. Banked in off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Hardaway for 3. The Knicks pull it in. It's Hart on the wing. Guarded by Scola. Here's Payne. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Marbury, good. Marbury's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Achua kicks to Hart. With the drive. That's tipped. Outside Hardaway. Down low. Scola. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And now a 5-point Honolulu lead.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Back to Payne. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guy. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Julius Randle's checked in for Achua. OG Anunoby comes in for Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne.
And love the rise and fire approach from Wade, giving the D no time to react.
Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. And again, it's New York. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Doncic. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. And it's Mourning with the rebound. Honolulu leading by 6. Here's Wade, and it's Wade slamming it down.
A stylish slam by Dwayne Wade. Never one to pass or a chance to make a statement.
Anunoby outside. Bridges kicks to Randall. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Hardaway. Guys a chance to add to their lead.
If they get into double digits, that would make it a huge hill to climb. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Anunoby. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Brunson outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. A different look for Honolulu. Jackson comes in for Mourning. And it's Luis Scola in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And a switch here also for New York. Hart's checked in. Now, here's Anunoby. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Rebounded by Hart. New York trails by 8. Here's Brunson. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And it's 13 points here for Jalen Brunson. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And then Wade slams it in.
You got to be excited about this kid's future. Wade has the potential to be a superstar for a long time.
Now here's Brunson. 13 points in the game. Over Wade. Brunson, no good. Bridges against Wade. Lays it up off the glass. Wade's got the lead up to 10 now for Honolulu.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's Honolulu going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Much better.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And it's Wade with the ball for Honolulu. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. On the court for the Knicks. The big men on the floor for them, Anunoby and Randall. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hart in at the small forward position. Pass to Randall. Out of bounds. Honolulu takes possession. Honolulu leading by 13. In the corner, Hardaway with it. No good on the 3. Hardaway has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Hart against Hardaway. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Ball violation. That's a jump ball. Southpaw.
Here's Doncic. Here's Scola. Off target from outside. New York trails by 13.
Gotta get the big guy to score.
Pass to Brunson. Anunoby outside. Bridges outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it goes down 2 points. Brunson's got 15.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. And Honolulu leads by 14.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Here's Brunson. He's got 15. Over Wade. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. Outside Hardaway. The three for Doncic. Randall grabs the board. New York trails by 14. And here is Hart. Pass to Brunson. Back to Hart. Brunson outside. Over Wade. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars out. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
And if you give Luka just a sliver of daylight, this is what you get.
Here's Brunson. No good. Honolulu leading by 14. Scola left side. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. Brunson against Wade. Pass to Hart. Now here's Anunoby. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Anunoby's got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Brunson with a clean look. Gets an open look and hits. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter. And here's Honolulu. 17 points was their biggest margin. The 3 for Doncic. He misses his 3rd shot of the game. He has made 6 of his 9. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And here's Brunson outside. And Scola pulls it down. Scola's got 5 rebounds tonight. Ooh, Doncic capping off the break.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Hart kicks to Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. And shot on the way. And he makes that one. And that's now 21 points here for Jalen Brunson.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And misses it off the right side of the rim. Honolulu leading by 15. Out to Doncic. And again, it's Honolulu from deep.
And normally near the top, handling the ball. Luka sneaking out to the corner there, getting free for 3.
Here's Brunson. Here he goes. Makes it off the glass. Brunson's got 23.
I mean, he makes plays
like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Honolulu. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. Back to the action in just a minute. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Mourning. Then it's Winslow. And it's Wade in at the point guard position. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Honolulu.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Honolulu leading by 14. Here's Wade, and it's Wade with the jam.
And this is why they continue to feed Wade, because when he flips that switch, there's just no stopping it.
Now DiVincenzo. Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Wade passes to Mourning. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 5 assists in the game.
Check out Mourning inside, where he operates with such confidence. This close in, he knows he's got the shot.
Payne's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got 4 this quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Stolen by Winslow. Here's Hardaway. Pass to Winslow. On the wing, Giannis. Unloads from 9. And again, it's Honolulu converting.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
To the paint. Here's McBride. Wade with the defensive effort. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Honolulu. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love the dedication. This is how you have to play. Don't let up just because you're out front.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Group substitution here for Honolulu. Jackson, he's checked in for Mourning. Scola comes in for Antetokounmpo. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Brunson the pass to Bridges. Anunoby outside. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Honolulu leading by 20. It's stolen by Randall. Bridges against Doncic. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
New York trails by 20. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Brown drives in, throws it up high, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Another shot, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance point.
They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Pass to Bridges. Fires the three. Buries it from three-point range.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Honolulu leading by 20. Now Winslow got a piece of it. And the dunk by Winslow.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Brunson against Winslow. Bridges outside. Pass to Hart. Here's Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. And off the glass. That one's good. Brunson's got 25 points in the game.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Doncic outside. Back to Winslow. 14 feet away. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 8th assist in the game. Bridges outside. Hart kicks to Anunoby. New York moving the ball around. Bridges against Doncic. Here's Brunson, and it's blocked. And they get it back. Randall with the bucket. Doncic outside. From the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Brunson outside. Inside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And you can tell this is a priority for Brunson. He wants everyone involved.
On the wing, Doncic. Brunson covering. And Doncic gets it to go.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Brunson against Winslow. Here's Brunson, plenty of space. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Winslow up top. Brunson covering. There's Brown with the three. Rebounded by Hart. Brunson with it. So Honolulu wins it. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Dwayne Wade.
Oh, shit.
Hello?
Yeah.
The lady from comments only finished their face.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Oh, yeah.
I'm not talking about hiring more people because we're taking over more shows.
Right.
But they're going to try and treat the people that work here in Paris area if they work out. If not, they have to hire them.
So, switch again, too. Yes. Okay. I'm good. I'm perfect.
2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. I'm Brian Anderson. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, Allie LaForce is our reporter. And now the opening lineup for Honolulu. We've got Jackson. Tim Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Wade in at the point guard position. And for Brooklyn, Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Nicholas Claxton out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. Honolulu with the ball. Scola passes to Doncic. Here's Wade. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, you see how Wade adjusts to whatever the defense throws at him? Strong finish there.
Schroeder with it. Thomas outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. To the paint. High arcing shot. And Schroeder lays it in.
Velvety touch on the floater. It's clear Schroeder has a ton of confidence in his ability to score.
Here's Wade. And he converts the layup.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Schroeder. From behind the arc. Drains the triple. Schroeder's got 5 now.
From beyond the arc, Schroeder can be so effective. Defenses need to watch him out there. You can't sleep on him at the three-point line.
Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Now here's Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. No good from outside. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Doncic on the wing. Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple.
Doncic always ready to let it fly once he catches it.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for Brooklyn. Thomas outside. Schroeder, a screen on Doncic.
Come get it, come get it.
Here's Thomas. Misses, and you know he wants that one back. Doncic against Schroeder. And it's Doncic on the drive. And he banks in the layup. He's got 5.
Speedy drive by Doncic. That doesn't quite go together. He usually is going at his home pace, but he does take advantage of holes when he sees them.
Schroeder finds Bogdanovich. Doncic against Thomas from 20 feet. Count the basket. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far.
Refusing to let anybody get in his way. That was a physical man's jam by Wade.
Brooklyn trails by 4. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Now on the court is your Hunter squad. Get loud and let them hear you. Who wants a t-shirt? Come on!
Making a switch here. Milton is checked in. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Honolulu. Now here's Milton, guarded closely. Outside Schroeder. Launches a 3. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. Honolulu leading by 4. He goes up high for the two-handed slam.
So good at seeing the floor. Doncic able to set up his open teammates.
Outside Schroeder. Bogdanovich from long range. Brooklyn, no good that time either. On offense, here's Honolulu. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Here's Bogdanovich. Honolulu getting their last shot to go. Shoots over Brown. Bogdanovich, no good. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Honolulu. They're leading by 8. Here's Wade. Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Nick Claxton.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The first free throw is good. For Brooklyn, Johnson, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. Williams comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Thomas in for Milton.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Williams finds Schroeder. Can they get it? Yep, that one goes. Schroeder's got 7 points.
Look at the touch on Schroeder's shot there, making that tough mid-range, Jay. Easy, slim pickings.
Here's Doncic. Schroeder with a rebound. Brooklyn trails by 8. Over Doncic. Schroeder can't get it to go.
Now, the defense was far from awful. However, he still got to make these shots, in my opinion.
Here's Wade. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Honolulu. Winslow comes in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Thomas. There's 10 seconds left in the first. 5 on the clock. And there's a pick. Inside. Here's Sharp. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Stolen by Schroeder. And so it's Honolulu. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, we'll get back to the action after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from Honolulu, what do you guys think?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Cameron Johnson out there with Williams. And it's Sharp in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Boy, the shifty, quick-footed Schroeder is a great weapon to have. Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, he's a very effective player.
And for Honolulu, we've got Justice Winslow, and it's Mourning in at the center position.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Thomas misses.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And here's Brown for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Right side, Williams. Outside, Schroeder. Outside, Williams. Sharp up top. Outside, Schroeder. Three-pointer. That one's off, and now he's 3 for 6. Honolulu leading by 9. Shot's good by Marbury.
Really like the pass from Mourning right there. I mean, this is what being a team player is all about.
Down low. And stolen by Brown. Here's Marbury. Covered by Schroeder. Shot's good by Marbury. Marbury's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Jordy Fernandez calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For Brooklyn, Whitehead, he's checked in for Williams. And Milton subbed in for Thomas. And Honolulu making a change here. Outside Johnson. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Outside Schroeder. From deep. Sinks it from distance. Schroeder's got 12 points.
So often playing the role of a setup man, Schroeder has been finishing plays tonight.
Wade, that's good.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Schroeder. Tight defense on him. Can't hit that one. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Winslow. Drills it from deep. 5 points in the game.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Milton surveys the floor. To the inside. Here's Schroeder. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Schroeder's got 7 points here in the quarter. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Simmons comes in for Johnson. Bogdanovich has checked in for Whitehead. And Cam Thomas subbed in for Milton. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last. Brooklyn trails by 13. Simmons finds Claxton. And here's Bogdanovich. Defended by Hardaway. Here's Antetokounmpo. Misses the baby hook.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Bogdanovich passes to Thomas. Claxton with it. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Rebounded by Mourning. Honolulu leading by 13. 1:11 left in the first half of this game. Wade, that's good.
You know, Wade has the capability to put up big numbers, and clearly he's showing it all in this one.
Pass to Claxton. And rejected. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. Here's Thomas. Thomas has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Wade. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Wade's got 19 points.
Clearly, Wade knows how to make the most of an inside look, capitalizing on a high percentage chance there.
Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Simmons. Brooklyn, no good that time either. On offense, here's Honolulu. They're on a 17-7 run.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Thomas outside. Just 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. Yes, on the jumper. And so it's Honolulu looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be back in a moment. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Trailing by 17. Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Bojan Bogdanovic out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Claxton in at the center position. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Now here's Simmons. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. The bank shot, no good. Honolulu leading by 17. From deep, here's Doncic. Claxton with a rebound. Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points. Tied for fourth most in NBA history, Clark.
B.A., he is so special. And the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
And I know Doncic prefers a straight-on three-shot, but his touch works just as well there in the corners.
Inside, here's Thomas. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Hits both from the stripe. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Hardaway from the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in. Thomas outside. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And he makes a first.
At the line for your home team, Cameron Thomas. Stepping to the line.
That one misses. Honolulu leading by 17. Wade, the pass to Hardaway. Shoots over Schroeder. Hardaway, no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Simmons, the pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Simmons. Thomas outside. The kick out to Simmons. And another shot. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And they'll keep possession. Honolulu leading by 19. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Hardaway. Over Bogdanovich. Hardaway, no good. And Brooklyn with possession here. And here's Thomas from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Thomas has got 6 here in the quarter.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Schroeder. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Schroeder's got 16 points now.
So crafty and clever at finishing inside. Schroeder doesn't lack confidence trying to get it up and down from this area.
Brooklyn trails by 16. Outside Simmons. Pass to Bogdanovich. Simmons with a screen on Hardaway. Now Thomas fires the 3. Rebound by Honolulu. Scola's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Doncic with it. Claxton picks him up. Now here's Hardaway. Jacks up a 3. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got his 5th assist in this one.
Encouraging to see Hardaway Jr. knock it down from there, proving he can do damage from this area.
Outside Schroeder. Simmons looking around. 5 to shoot. Pass to Claxton. Here's Schroeder. Hardaway grabs the board.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
He's their go-to. They keep calling his number, and he delivers.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. Down low. Here's Thomas. And that one is stuffed right through.
How about that dish by Schroeder? Always a good idea to get it to the open man. That's just good basketball.
Hardaway's shot is good. Hardaway's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Honolulu. Here's Doncic. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Wade misses. And so it's Bogdanovich with it. He brings it up for the Nets. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here. An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Now here's Thomas. Defense right on him. And the shot's good. Thomas has got 10 points here in the second half.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
And so it's Honolulu. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Back after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Honolulu. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Tim Hardaway. Then it's Justice Winslow, and it's Mourning in at the 5, down low.
Boy, explosive take that time by Wade. Charging inside and taking off for the slam. Big time work there.
To the wing, right side. And there's the screen. Here's Schroeder. Rebounded by Mourning. Mourning's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Wade. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Outside Schroeder. The 3 is up. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Schroeder's gone, only 2 of 7 from outside the arc. Here's Wade. Brooklyn pulls it in. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Outside Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Sharp. And it's blocked.
How about the reach of Mourning? Very impressive and very long, too. Elite shot blocker. Does a good job timing his jump.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Simmons has checked in for Johnson. Jackson, he's checked in for Honolulu. Honolulu leading by 23. Pass to Hardaway. Here's the 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn with the ball. Outside, Williams. Sharp passes to Williams. Here's Schroeder. For Brooklyn, Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Bogdanovich comes in for Williams. And Cam Thomas subbed in for Milton. Here's Wade. Drives to the hoop. Good. Wade's got 6 points in the quarter.
And there's Wade showing off that athleticism. Really good at converting on the drive.
Outside Schroeder. Outside Simmons. Claxton a screen on Jackson. Here's Simmons. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. On offense, here's Honolulu. Outside Winslow. The 3 knocks it down from distance.
And, you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
Thomas outside. Releases from 15. And he knocks the jumper down. Thomas has got 12 points in just the second half.
So wide open there. He said, why not? That's like a warm-up shot for him.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Now Schroeder. Pass to Thomas. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Poke loose. In transition, here they come. And here they go. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Wade's got 13 points in this quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Honolulu.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, and
nice! Big finish!
Man!
Oh, Oh, how good was that? D-Wade throwing it down.
A different look for Honolulu. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Jackson, and it's Jaylen Brown in for Hardaway. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Shots good by Schroeder.
In today's game, to be a successful guard like Schroeder, knocking down jumpers is really a must.
Good on the bucket. Wade's got 42 in the game.
You live for nights like this when it's all working and the rim looks so huge.
From the strike. That one no good.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Driving to the basket. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
And he gets it to go.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Simmons brings a double team. And here's Brown for three. Counted from distance.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Outside Schroeder. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Rebounded by Mourning. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Now here's Schroeder. The D's right on him. And so it's Honolulu with the W. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And time to present our player of the game.
But I'm a Motivation is different, my compensation exquisite. Got a taste of commission, I couldn't wait for permission. They used to tell me no, I'm the one that made the decision. Big talker, big papa, I be doing the most. Rich Roger, big papa when I ride in the ghost. Big walker, big offer, they not harder than foe. You don't even gotta tell them and they already know. The one that's going up, big body truck. They acting like they tough, we know well enough. And we know that you ain't that, and we know your crew ain't stacked. Man, don't run up, this is facts. Only talk about hits and plaques, yeah, yeah. Paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often and you stay in the mist. When you popping it too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one that trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make right now I need to decide, cause I'm intrigued by your vibe. I seen the dream in your eyes, you might not even be mine. Came on the scene with your prize, I'm who you need and that's fine. Like who you leaving inside, for you I'm legally blind. Yeah, but only for the night. But that's okay though, we fell in love the first day though. You flew me out the Barbados, can't post you, we got a late together, but you my baby though. I do whatever you say though, tryna pop out, I'm like, ayo. We can't do that, gotta slide on the low. When we slide to the stove, locking eyes at the door, cause you ain't messing with no amateur and I ain't tryna handle you. But when I'm walking out, I'm always checking for the camera. Cause paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often and you stay in the mist. When you popping it too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one that trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make this.
Money to make, thought I was catching my break. Still at my job every day, can't put your pride in the bank. I need some sugar and shine, need me a slice of that pie. They took a slice of my pride, turning my blood into pocket. I made me some time, I never got time. I'm missing holidays, but in a lot of ways I'm still gifted. Regardless if it's Christmas, snooze my alarm again, and a lot might come to get me before I ride away in that Bentley. This what he said, you might not wake up if you snooze it again. You can't let a new era get to your head. Dress for the camera again. Funny how you look the best when you at the top. Funny how you look the same when you die. Respect the dead, they gon' ask me, but you can't see Gucci shoes in it. There's gotta be better ways to lengthen my resume. I wish I could